Hey, chat. Still unlocking my Stream Deck, so lots of manual work going background. I do think what's nice about streaming older games, especially something like this on a Wayback Wednesday, is the fact that I could rearrange my monitors, because I have two monitors set up for streaming. One of them is usually just full screen in a game, which makes it really difficult because then I have to read chat, and on another corner of the screen, which kind of takes up a little bit of the sliver, which isn't always in my line of view. But today, I can actually have chat and all my streaming monitoring on the same screen as the game, so I can actually see what's going on, which is nice. But yeah, so today we're going to be playing another game in this Wayback Wednesday series, Shivers. It came out, I believe, in November of '95, I think I read. I remember getting a demo of this game. My mom, I think, picked it up at a computer store or some other place that had this on the counter. And it's a puzzle horror game based in a fictitious haunted museum. And your goal is to collect these different pots and capture the ghosts. That's what I remember from the game. That's the basic plot. The only other thing I really remember is the outside piece, because I played that demo quite a bit. We got the full release of the game when it came out. And I played it a little bit, but obviously being like, I guess I've been 7 years old when this game came out, I didn't really do too well at it. So I've never actually finished this game. So today we're going to start playing. I don't think I'll finish it all because I remember there's a lot of puzzles in the game. And I remember my oldest brother printing out a guide on how to play or finish the puzzles and where you get all the different pots and how to capture the ghosts and everything. So it's a little bit different. Just going back into this blind, I have a notepad and pen next to me so that I can then write down anything I need to remember. Because I remember like the first puzzle is, or one of the first puzzles is you have to like find symbols and it matches the colors that lets you get into the museum. So that's the one puzzle I kind of remember, but I don't remember the shapes, don't remember the colors. I don't remember where to find all of them. I think actually we ended up using the manual because the manual actually has the first few puzzles solutions in it. But yeah, we're gonna start with this, and we'll play this for a little bit. I'm not sure if we're gonna hit the full 4 hours today or not, or if we'll play this for the entire 4 hours. Might jump ship to something else, another retro game, a little bit later on if you can stuck with this or spinning my wheels, like I did on Are You Afraid of the Dark? Tell Us Orpheus Cursed. I kind of spun my wheels for about an hour there at the end of the game, not realizing I messed up and had to go back in time to fix something. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to transition to the game and let me unmute it. That's the right scene. I have too many scenes on this. So we'll start a brand new game. I just remember being a kid kind of terrified of this game.
Type in your name.
And as a result, it's probably why I didn't play as much. I mean, got the intro.
This dare was kind of your idea, you know. But I'm
What's
glad
it?
I'm me out here and not you in there.
I think I've heard those same loving words before. Like the time you guys dared me to spend the night at that cemetery. You know, if you die in the museum tonight, I'll make sure she gives a eulogy at your funeral. We never would have made you spend the night here if you hadn't have talked about this place so much.
Yeah, we thought you'd been kind of, well, obsessed, thinking you hearing voices and stuff coming from the museum and all. Too weird for me.
Hey, you know, maybe they're the voices of those kids who disappeared 15 years ago.
Right, the police never found the bodies. Or the killer.
Yeah, and my sister, you know, Julie, the one in college, says Professor Windlenut went insane. He viciously murdered them and then buried their bodies in the basement of the museum. Well, what if he's hiding in that creepy museum right now, just waiting for another victim?
Yeah,
I highly
and the
doubt
ghosts of
that.
his victims are calling out, warning you.
Ring, ring. Hello? I think it's for you.
Get out. They are
That was just a dog howling.
There was something more than that.
Well, I didn't hear anything. I think this place is just getting us all spooked.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Yes.
You can back out at any time.
We're doing
But
this.
of course, if you did, you'd probably never live down the chicken jokes.
That's true.
You'll be all right. Come on, I don't want to be late for the movie. We'll be back at dawn to let you out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Later.
I remember as a kid, I really enjoyed the fact that they merged live action video with the graphics that they had to hand paint, if I remember correctly. So it's kind of cool that they did that. But the fact, I think, if I remember correctly, this is supposed to take place like almost modern day when this came out, and I think the doctor, professor, whatever they called him, actually was alive in like the 30s. So a letter in here. Yes, Sir Hubert Windlenot, Museum of Strange and Unusual, Route 50, Mount Pleasant, Casino, Ohio. Maybe? It's so blurry. Dear Hubert, the firm of Whitney & Sons Limited has handled the legal and financial affairs of the Windlenots for 256 years, always in a discreet and trustworthy manner. In the traditional the Whitney & Sons, James, my eldest, will continue serving you when I retire from the firm in a fortnight. He and Jeffrey will often play together as children, so I'm sure you remember him. James and I are pleased to attend Jeffrey's wedding in London last April, and we're surprised not to see you there. The Countess responded quite bitterly when asked about you. I tried to smooth things over by making a sizable financial endowment to a happy couple on your behalf. It puzzles your family and old friends as to why you're not heard from you over the 4 years. But we assume the museum keeps you busy. I'll not bother you further. However, in my absence, if the firm fails to live up to your expectations, let me know personally. Your servant and friend, Joseph P. Whitney. Cool. Okay, so I do remember this portion. There is a number, 29. I think it opens up one of the puzzles, so I'll write that down. So, let's see. I'm going to go this way, because I think the first puzzle is actually... I remember the first puzzle's over here. And I think that 29, if I remember correctly, opens up this. That is a weird sounding frog. So we have 7 guesses, or attempts, movements, to move. The gears are on the bottom pegs, which are silver gray, to the gray silver pegs on top, and the black down to the black peg. So we just gotta do the movement game. And then I think nope. Oh, yep, see, didn't like that. 7. Okay, so how much Wednesday has to go on? This? No. It's just moving them. That's all we gotta do. Does it move to a specific spot? I'm just getting X's. Game, you're not being very helpful what I need to do. Okay, do this one more time. Oh, it says it on the outside. Okay, so it is just in line. Okay. Can't go there with it. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay. Why is some gears allow me to move to certain places and others not? So like that one I can't move there. I don't know why that is. I can move that one there. Can move it here? What is it not letting me do that for? Okay, so maybe there's something specific about the gears that need to go in a certain spot, because this does not make any sense to me why this would be broken like that. Okay, move you out of the way. So I can't put that there. But I can put it there. I can't move that black one down to that. I can't move that one there. And I just ran out of attempts, so... Okay, we'll keep going. We'll keep trucking. So I can't move the middle one off to that one. But I can move that edge one. It's probably something about touching, I'm guessing. Can't move it a certain amount of pegs. Is that it? So if that's the case, I'll move this one. I still didn't get enough because... Okay, so it has to move... You can only move one peg. That is the logic behind it. Okay. So if that's the case, we need to move one out of the way. Down. Too many attempts. I swear this game was not easier when I was a kid. Okay, so I can move one peg. We have to swap them around. We have 7 moves. It's going to take at least 6 moves to get them to where they need to go. So I'm going to move this one first. I think I already messed that one up. Because now we need to... Yeah, I need one extra move for that one. So it's not that direction I go. So I can move one peg at a time. So I can't move this one here. That won't let me do that, but I can move it down. Okay. I'm going to think about this logically for 1 second because my mind is now like slowly remembering stuff, and I probably should grab some water because I'm going to be talking quite a bit today. Okay, so we move one off of it. I think moving it down here, which I can't do because it's too far away. So whatever ends here has to go there, or whatever ends there has to go there. That's the 2 options we have. So if I move this to here... Okay, I'm thinking how we do this. So if we move one of them, if we move the first one to one of the pegs, obviously it has to go to one of the pegs that's open. That makes sense. From there, we need to move another piece back into its spot. From the top. And then we need to... So that'd be 3. That's too many moves. So that's not it. I will get this. I will get this. If not, this will be a very, very short stream of me struggling. Okay, so we can only move one peg at a time. So if I moved there, for example, basically needs to shuffle them all up and then down. The problem is getting the last... And now since I did that, I can't move it here because it's too far away. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. Okay, not that. That's not the solution. Okay. Let's move black out of the way. not enough. Not enough. Hey, S'mores. Got a partner in crime today, playing along with me. What do you think, S'mores? What do we need to do? Let's keep trying. Okay. Keep trucking is what you're saying. Tell me what to do. Okay, so let's do this. I can't move any of those off because they're too far away. So it has to be one of the edge pieces that moves first. I don't think if it matters on color because it's basically going to be a mirror image of what I'm doing. A rotated image, not even mirrored. So if I move the first peg off this, so now it's open. We have two options. There are three options we can move. It's stupid to move this off here because of the fact that it is in use. Oh, I won't be able to move anything. So if I move this here, that gives me 5 attempts left. Now I can't move this here because it's too far away. I can move one of these other ones up, like this. But now I only have 3 moves, because as soon as I move that, I'll have 2 left, and I still have to swap those 2, which means I have to move 1 there, move up, and I'll be out of moves again. So that's not the solution. We move 1 up. If we move this down, there we go. My mind just clicked. I don't know what that was. I don't even know what I did. That's kind of a problem. But at least we don't have to do this puzzle anymore, so we're good. Cool. So we finished this puzzle. Go back to the path. And now we have this little pathway over to this Stonehenge situation. So I see over here there is a, looks like a bunch of crosses on a rock color. So I know the next thing's all about colors. So it's the stone. Cool. How many symbols are there? I forgot. Let's see. There are 6 symbols. I need to go find the others now. Okay, so this circle is on wood. The bullseye. It's on wood. The S looks like some marble. So that's 3 of the 6 needed. Professor Wins Nut Museum of the Strange and Unusual. This way, opening soon. You won't believe your eyes. I think there's, if I remember correctly, there's 1. Yep, the vase is on like maybe brick, I'll call it. Just gonna keep going up. Lots of graffiti up here. I mean, if it's a place that's been abandoned for a long time, I can see why that would happen.
Welcome to Professor Windelknot's Museum of the Strange and Unusual. Unfortunately, the museum is still preparing exhibits and hopes you will visit when we open sometime in the near future.
Okay. So I have 5 of the symbols. I have the stone, the wood, the marble, the brick, and the black door, I think it is. I'm trying to think if there's any. I'm missing green. I didn't see where green would be. I'm gonna go this way down. Maybe there was something I missed. Nope, exactly the same. There was that one we got already. Lots of clicking. Okay. We didn't go back here. Is there anything up there? Something. Green is the circle. Circle with like the curves off of it. Okay. That's a unique view. Learned something new about the game today. I swear I've seen all these screens when I was growing up, so I'm like, that's new. I don't remember that one. Okay, so let's go across the river. Back into Stonehenge with all the chanting. And plug these in. So stone was this one, which is good. Wood is that one. Marble is like the S's. Cool. The brick, which might be this one, I'm guessing is the vase. Green is the circles. I can find it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. The question is this stone or is this stone? We'll see. I guess this would have been the half moons. If this doesn't work, then it's... Yeah, this has to be half moons then. And this would be that one. Cool. And down we go. Turn on the power. Okay, so we had to wait for that. There's tunnels underneath this place. Who built this place that has all these weird tunnels? Is it just like a... Is this like a Winchester Mystery House type thing where they thought, oh, building all those secret entrances and all that stuff will keep the spirits away? And some bats. And then we see the death. The dead guy. Beef Jerky Man. We're going to call him that now. Egyptian hieroglyphs explained. Egyptian hieroglyph meaning man. Egyptian hieroglyph meaning woman. I feel like I'm going to need these. I'm going to take a picture with my phone. Hi, S'mores. I remember, I guess as a kid, you'd have to write these down. Imagine nowadays where you're just like, yep, I got a phone. I'm just going to go like, click. Akunatin? Akunatin? I'm not going to butcher that. I know I did. Tied to introduce monolithic worship into god Aten unsuccessfully into Egypt and began its downfall. Son of Queen of Titi and Amenhotep III? Changed his name to James Amen, be chiseled out of all the minds, even his father's wife, beautiful Nefertiti. Cleopatra. So this is all different symbols, and it has a different rulers of Egypt, I think, right? Or gods. Take another picture of that. Keep going. I know there's a lot of Egyptian themes around this game, and I believe to get into the, I think it was the theater, you had to solve a puzzle. I think it involved around these, but I don't think it was, I could be wrong. It could be something completely different. It may not be even related to this, and I might just be taking a bunch of photos for whatever. I like how the last page, though, oh, no, right here, northeast, southwest. That is what is necessary to get into the theater. There's a notes page, but it's missing. It's something about if, maybe the, and something about maybe relics. No, it's gonna be a C. Don't know. Soon find out. Sorry, doctor, professor, whatever you are. You died. So now we gotta go across this water, which I believe we gotta do. No, we don't do that one. I think we do this one. Oh, maybe we do the other side first. I know we get attacked by the water ghost right here. Right here. And it's going to happen like 2 or 3 turns, so. That used to scare me as a kid. The water ghost. The music is playing. What is that? And here it comes. Jumps out. That used to get me as a kid. It did. And it takes away a little bit of your life force from the base. I believe they're called Soupy? I think that was the name of them. Okay, I'm here. How do I get out of the boat? Turn. There we go. And you can see here's the first pot right here.
Ah! 15 long years in this prison. You, get out. Do not meddle in things beyond your understanding. You will pay for your curiosity. You are in grave danger. They are so evil. Already some of your life essence has been stolen. I was too old, not fast enough. The Ixupi are so evil. It is imperative to find all the vessels, because it seems only when they are united with their talismans do they have any power. My plan was to use them on the Ixupi before any more of them escape into the world. I believe they cannot resist the vessels as long as they're with the talismans and you approach directly. This vessel here is of no use to you, however. Its Ixupi is the one who robbed me of my essence. And he has escaped into the world. And they've ruined my museum!
I like how even in death, he was just like, yep, my museum's ruined. That's hilarious. So yeah, there's pots like this. There's the talisman, which is the top. I don't remember. We have to figure out how they map to each other. In terms of like the Soupy to the ghost, as well as to the individual tops that go to him. Hopefully it's easy to see. More tunneling. The music's picked up quite a bit. Cameras are still working, still has power in here for some reason. Okay, I know this puzzle has to do something with diagonals, I believe it was, and it is based off the door, so we're going in a positive slope. So we're going this way. Oh, and it changes each time. Yay. Okay, so that's probably not a good configuration. I'm gonna try a different configuration by restarting it. Okay, so that's a little bit better. So we gotta go diagonal this way. If I go down, well, I can't go down here. Does not let me go down. That's not good. Okay, that one, does that... There we go. Cool. I don't know why it didn't let me go down there, but it did. And now we got in the elevator. Going up. I'm just amazed at how games have evolved in like the last, I mean, even heck, 10 years after this game came out, games were completely different. But yeah, it's amazing to think. His office is a mess. Let's see what we gather information on here. Expedition to search for Atlantis? Must explore. So I think someplace between Cuba and Florida. The lost city of Atlantis may yet be found if Dr. John Palermo and Sir Hubert T. Windlenot have their way. Dr. Palermo maintains that Beamy Island is the western tip of the much larger continent of Atlantis that once covered the entire area known as the Bermuda Triangle. Previous research has been focused on the west side of the island, where marble columns and an underwater road have been discovered. Sir Hubert T. Windlenot, son of Sir William Windlenot, Earl of Runcorn, is funding the new expedition. Now resides in the United States. Professor Windlenot, I like how it's in quotes, as he prefers to get called, okay, has funded many archaeological expeditions and will soon be opening a museum to house the artifacts he has collected. The museum seeks to explain not only the mysteries of Atlantis, but many other unexplained mysteries, Sir Windlenot explained. Let's look at his desk. There's a tape recorder here.
30th of September 1980. Returning from Africa, I discovered something profoundly disturbing. Someone has been here. Furniture has been tipped over, and the book Egyptian Hieroglyphics Explained, not in its place in the library, but face down here on the office floor. And oddly, one of the pages is torn out. And I feel the presence of... I'm not sure. I must investigate the second floor. The puzzles. When I created them, I never stopped to think they would be an obstacle in the event of some terrible occurrence. The Ixupi. Someone has released them from their vessels.
Oh,
Never
yep.
has anything been so evil. A name written in the lift. Merrick. Who is he? One of the missing youngsters? Here in my museum?
Merrick.
If so, are they both here? Can they still be alive? Evil entities attacking from everywhere, robbing me of my life essence. I can't seem to find the right vessel for each Ixupi. Without it, they can't be captured. Without it, I am doomed. Get back! Get back! Get out of my museum! Oh, I wish I never brought you here.
Well, okay, it must ran out of tape. That's how it stopped recording, because I'm like, he obviously didn't stop it. So if that's Professor Windlenot who recorded that, that means whoever we found in the basement on that water isn't the professor. I thought it was him. Have I been wrong this entire time? But if the page is missing... Okay, so we have a lid. It's a bowl. Don't know if that's going to need anything. I'm going to put it back in the drawer for right now, because I don't know what I'm going to need it. I'm going to avoid the fireplace here. I know there's an ash Izupi. It might be there. So I'm not going to dwell at it too long. I don't want to steal more of my life force. Yep. It's definitely there. I heard it make noise. So we have another elevator here. I don't know where this one goes. And this is kind of where the general knowledge of the game for me ends, so wish me luck. This is going to be fun. So it's another one of those ones where you have to get the pieces in the right spot. This goes over 1. This goes down 2. That went 2 for some reason. Why does it do that? Perfect. Doesn't like that. this is going to be one of those ones where it's going to make me... Doesn't like me. I know it doesn't like me. This game... I don't know if the game is just buggy or if it just doesn't like me because it doesn't let me go down. I can go over, but I can't go down here. Let's go try... Let's reload this. Get a different one. Maybe we'll get something better. Maybe not. Okay. Nope. Not any better. There we go. Ha ha ha. I got you. Oh, elevator music. This is kind of relaxing considering this place is trying to kill you. That sounded very ominous. Not gonna lie. Let's go back down. Maybe not. We're up here. There's obviously pictures missing off the wall in here. Journal. Guys, a kitty. Yes, it's Morris. Come here. Hey. You can lay down with me? You can keep helping me? Journal, September 1st, 1959. Dearest Jeffrey, I'm addressing this diary to you. I know you are only 4 and too young to read, but it pleases me. Tomorrow the adventure begins. I start teaching at the college. I have made the decision to drop the title Sir and go by Professor Windlenot. What do you think? September 6th, 1959. Dear Jeffrey, this isn't a college, it's a foot? Does that say? A football fan club. That's what it is, a football fan club. No one wants to talk about archaeology, only the latest football score. They'll wake up when I show some of my controversial discoveries. I do, however, have a minor problem. My department head has given me a ridiculous curriculum outline to follow. I conveniently misplaced it. I feel like most professors have done that. November 12th, 1959. Dear Jeffrey, I miss England. While I like America, it's very lonely. I was hoping to form the kind of relationship with the students here that I had with my professors at Oxford, but that doesn't seem possible. Today, I heard one of my students refer to me as the Windlenut. I'm going to finish out my teaching contract, then see what the future brings. I will go to London for a short visit for Christmas. March 16th, 1960. Dear Jeffrey, I've purchased some land outside of this little town of Mount Pleasant. When I saw the outcropping of rocks, it reminded me of... is that Cuckoo Land? I don't know. Where the summer house is built. The minute I saw it, I pictured a museum saying tall. I'm not good at reading cursive, apparently. Tall above the trees for all to see. Can you see it, Jeffrey? An archaeological museum in the strange and unusual, a place where only you and I know its secrets. June 23rd, 1960. Dear Jeffrey, today I was in momentous occasion. It was groundbreaking of Professor Windlenut's Museum of the Strange and Unusual. I found that Americans like it, this sort of title. The entire Chamber of Commerce was there, including the mayor. I had attempted to build this museum in England. I would have been laughed at, but here I'm respected and admired, and not because of my money. October 14th, 1960. Dear Jeffrey, the Chamber of Commerce came to visit me today. He can't comprehend them. I don't know what for something. Oh, the need for secrecy during the museum's construction. I think it's the construction contractor and greeting that I first believed. I don't know. He grew quiet, red in the face, as I tried to explain to him that the people of this town must know nothing about the museum's secrets. If they did, it would defeat the entire purpose of the museum. I must remember to write you a little later, extending my apologies for my absence at Christmas this year. So he didn't go home for Christmas. Or he won't be going home to Christmas because it's still October. December 25th, 1962. Jeffrey, this is the third Christmas away from you. The museum is more work than I had ever imagined. Oh, 62. This jumped a couple of years. It's about to jump again to 3 more years. Okay, cool. The museum is more work than I had ever imagined. Between arguing with the mayor and disputes with the out-of-town contractors, the museum will take much longer than I expected to build. I'm so glad that I have your picture to keep me company. October 24th, 1965. Dear Jeffrey, I just returned from Central America. I found some remarkable artifacts for the museum. This is the Asupi, I'm guessing. But upon my return, the contractors informed me that the stone masons had gone on strike. They don't trust the contractor and must look for another. At this rate, the museum will never be finished. August 17th, 1970. Whoa. This is years and years and years. Holy cow. This guy must have a lot of money if he's able to build this and keep it going. Dear Jeffrey, I'm now totally self-sufficient. When the mayor threatened to deny me an electrical permit, I ordered a generator from Germany. It was installed last week and the museum is humming along beautifully. Dear Jeffrey, June 1st, 1972. Your mother has broken my heart by asking that I refrain from contacting you. Is it true that I have forgotten your birthday once or twice? It is true I've forgotten your birthday once or twice, but I've always written to you and sent you gifts. Perhaps it would have been prudent to have written her once or twice. Maybe write your wife. But perhaps Mary Elizabeth is right. Your future is important. I miss you. I can't even let you know it. And now I can't even let you know it. August 3rd, 1972. Dear Jeffrey, I guess it says, I received a newspaper clipping from my accountant, Joseph Whitney, regarding your acceptance to Oxford. I'm glad to know that you're doing what you're doing. I'm having a hard time getting up in the morning. I had a clock added to the tower observatory. I had to set to wake me up every morning at 5:30 a.m. It has no AM or PM functions, so it'll just remind me that it's time to eat at 5:30. If only I remember to set it. Man, this story is getting deeper and deeper as we go. We now know that he has a kid in England that he left behind, a wife that he left behind. The kid has grown up without his father. His father has been in America, who came to America to teach, and everyone at the university is like not wanting to learn archaeology. Everyone who's signed up to study archaeology just doesn't want to know it. They want to talk about the football score, apparently. I'm guessing it's their home team. Man, this guy had a sad, sad life. But he apparently didn't pass away till a while longer because he's still writing to his son. So let's continue reading, I guess. October 23rd, 1973. Dear Jeffrey, the museum goes forward with Several exhibits nearing completion. Today, the laborers installed the finishing touches to the mysteries of the maybe days? Mystery of the something? It's hard to read that. It's also very pixelated. It is the first complete exhibit, and I wish you could see it. The something laborers are from Mexico, and you are very patient with my rusty Spanish. We get along well, and the work is going faster than we ever have with them here. And yet, a few months later, he writes, "Dear Jeffrey," on February 27, 1974, "my Spanish is getting better. The museum workers have told me a Southern American legend that I have never heard of before. They always say that there's a something of the legend in Lima, Peru, amongst the remains of the German archaeologist. I'm more excited than I've ever been in several years. When the clock chimed at 3:15 a.m., the opposite of my 3:15 p.m. at that tea time, I was so excited that I insisted, instead of going back to sleep, I got up and began writing to the authorities in Lima." May 30th, 1977. "Dear Jeffrey, after lengthy negotiations, I have convinced the local government in Lima, Peru to sell me the possessions of Rindofel, maybe? Singofel? I don't know. I can't read. Schwartz? I'm now anxiously awaiting the shipment of the artifacts." Are these the artifacts that are the Azupis? I thought it was something else maybe, and that's what caused it, but this is much later, 1977. So we'll see. July 12th, 1977. "Dear Jeffrey, the legend, pottery, vessels, and stone tablets are every bit as amazing as the Mexicans had led me to believe. The legend revolves around the demon spirits that have imprisoned in the pot vessels that I'm now in possession of." Yeah, no. Don't open it. Don't even bother. Don't even think about it. Mr. Schwartz was rumored to have been killed by the spirits, even for other reasons not to even go near them. And the vessels were so feared that the story made its way into Mexico. I was about to open one of them to investigate. You were told, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my God. Oh man, that's so stupid. I was about to open one of them to investigate, but the Mexican workers panicked and threatened to leave. I've decided to call in an expert to read the stone tablets. May 30th, 1977. "Dear Jeffrey, after lengthy negotiations, I've convinced the local government and... Oh, sorry, I did that. March 23rd, 1979. "Dear Jeffrey, Professor Edmund Roseman," can barely read that, scribbled, scratch, whatever you call it, read the stone tablets. He said the original translations were very accurate, if over dramatic. I've placed the vessels in a tomb-like display of their own. The Mexicans came so obsessed and disturbed about the vessels that they left work last week. They feared that someone would break the vessels. I believe there is something mysterious about these vessels. I'll have to curb my own curiosity. January 4th, 1980. So this has been going on for quite a while. I think the first entry was like in the 50s. So this is like almost 30 years worth of entries. Obviously he's writing very sporadically. It's not like it's every single day, but obviously he's writing down the most important things to him. "Dear Jeffrey, without the Mexicans, the final touches of the museum are going very slowly. I fired another team of workers today. I think it will spend the next few months devoted entirely to finishing my collections. I am so tired of fighting with laborers, and there are still many display cases that need filling." August 20th, 1980. "Dear Jeffrey, I made a trip to Mount Pleasant today, and very odd things happened." So now we're getting this. I think, just from the lore standpoint of this game, I think that the museum probably got broken into by either some teenagers or something, because at the very beginning of the game, the friends, I'll put friends around air quotes, of the protagonist, the person we're playing, said that they had heard about people dying and there's bodies in the basement, I believe. And it's probably people who came in, didn't know what anything was in there because the place is not guarded, probably. Found the vessels, opened them up, and it released the Zoopy spirits into the museum. Then from there, obviously those kids who were there probably got their lives force drained away, died, and disappeared. One of them is in the basement, and we found him with the book. Obviously, the Professor Windelnot also died. We don't know where his body is yet, if we'll find it at all. But yeah, it is possible that it is there. Okay. S'mores, you're kind of like blocking the view. I have my kitty cats just trying to like stare at me on the screen. It's kind of hilarious and cute. Anyway, let's go back to reading. August 20th, 1980. Dear Jeffrey, I made a trip to Mount Pleasant today, and things were very odd happened. This strange boy with curly hair kept staring at me and taking notes on his notebook. I say strange because I thought I knew everyone in Mount Pleasant, at least by sight. I have never seen him before. He reminds me of myself as a boy. September 7th, 1980. Dear Jeffrey, I saw that boy again, or should I say, he saw me. It was such a nice fall day that I walked to the post office. Upon my return to the museum, I noticed he had been following me. He tried to be discreet but failed miserably. Every time I paused, he would stop and write in his journal or tie his shoe. Sometimes he tied his or tie his shoe. Sometimes he tied his shoe. Several times he tied his shoe, I guess. I wonder why he's following me. September 13th, 1980. So the entries are getting a little bit closer together again. Dear Jeffrey, I've decided to have my haircut today just for an excuse to see my young man again. Something going on between this young boy and him. Because it seems a little bit weird. He wants to see him again. Maybe he's talking about himself being a young man. Maybe I'm just reading a little bit too far into that. I asked the barber who he was. Oh, nope, it is talking about the boy. Okay, I'm not going to go there. I asked the barber who he was, and he said he didn't know his name, but his father was a new professor up at the university. As luck would have it, the young man followed me home again. I had to struggle to keep him from laughing because someone else was following him. It appeared to be a rather pretty young lady who was doing a better job of following him than he was following me. This is becoming quite a good mystery. I almost hate to depart for Africa in a few days. So maybe the kid is Jeffrey. Would it be interesting if the kid was actually his son and obviously he didn't recognize him because he's been gone for so long? It's a possibility, but don't know. September 17th, 1980. Dear Jeffrey, two momentous things happened today. First, I received your letter. It was all I could do to keep from picking up the phone and calling you. It said I will write you and want to use just the right words. After so long, words are very important. The second thing that happened to me was I finally came face to face with the young man again. He is working on the books at the bookstore. Surprisingly, he asked me several questions about the museum. I purposely stared at him for a long time. I know it was evil of me, and he got quite red in the face. At the very same instant, from behind one of the bookstore shelves, the girl that had followed him earlier was staring at him too. When I return from Africa, I will invite both of them to the museum and test some of my best puzzles on them. Okay, so I sit down and wonder, like, why would you have puzzles in the museum? Like, hey, let's go check out this exhibit. Oh wait, we had to solve this puzzle to get in there. I mean, it's an interesting way. It's like you're building an escape room of like learning stuff, I guess, but it's not, I don't know, it's different. And that is the end. So we don't know what happened there, but we do see his kid, who is fairly young looking. But yeah, we'll see. He didn't make it back from Africa, maybe? I feel like if I go near that, it's going to attack me. I'm not going to go near that at all. So I think we learned everything we need to learn up here. Let's go. Oh, there's the family crest of the Windle Knots. Okay, so this one is 5. Is it still the same pattern where it's a positive slope? Yes, it is, but it only shows 4 here. Oh, this is going to be one of those. Guess that's there. That's there. Oh, this one's broken. Interesting. There's no way to push him that way. So is it like that in every version of this game? Yes, it is. I wonder how we solve this then. Am I going to get stuck here trying to solve this puzzle for far too long? Let's see. So that goes down 1. I guess we could technically push one over and then push it down. I guess this is stopping it. There we go. Cool, it's in its spot. That's in its spot. So this one goes down 3. That's in spot. There we go. That's not good, but... Oh, that won't move now. What the... And that won't move now. This game... I don't know what the logic is behind this. Like, is there something specific that prevents me from moving it any further? Because I don't get it. It's the rules aren't very well defined. That is a problem. So that's in its right spot now. That one I could do that with. So that goes 3 each time. Oh, that's in its right spot. And I can't move this one down. So I can't move it up. Is this just busted? That's a problem. Let's see what else we could try doing here then. So that stops too. So I guess I gotta reset this. This is a more interesting puzzle. This one's a little bit more difficult. I'll admit that. Oh, and the button moved this time. Cool. Okay, that's in the right spot. We need to get one here in the middle, which we'll get that in a second. Oh, that was in the right spot. Dang it. I clicked too fast. I was trying to look at my phone to make sure I didn't get any messages or anything. Not to redo this over again. There we go. It's in its right spot now. That's in its right spot now. Oh, I'll hit down and it's going to screw this one up. I know it is. That's in its right spot. We need to get one over and down, which is not going to work. Yay. Restart this one again. Oh, and this one has missing 2 of the buttons? 2? Okay, so that means we need to get at least that one in its right spot. Cool. If I press down on you, I can't even go down. I can't even go down this one. But I could go over. Cool. Can I go down here? That too far down, and I can't go down any further. Okay. Okay, so I can't go down on that any further, but I could do this. I can't go over on that row. This is trying to F with me, isn't it? There we go. That's in the right spot. That's almost in the right spot. There we go. I got it. That took far too long to do, I feel like. As long as this isn't like, what is with the creepy, ominous music as we go down in this elevator? I'd rather just have some nice, calm, relaxing elevator music, please. Can we have it without the dongs, please? Let's get out there before it. Okay, storeroom. We are missing an axe. That doesn't look good. There's some stuff in there. That doesn't sound good. I think so. A soupy. I'm gonna get someplace I know is safe. This is safe, roughly, right here. So there's soupy in this game. There's ash. There's wood. There's water. There's crystal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oil. And there's 4 more. And I think it's an electricity one too. I feel like, unless I'm crossing what I said I never finished this game. I watched playthroughs of it a long time ago because I like watching speedrunners destroy games. Whereas I want to play and learn the story about it. But there might be an electricity one, but I also might be confusing that with the electricity ghost from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Tales of Orpheus Curse. Because that was one of the other games I played. I played that obviously on stream a few weeks ago, but it's one of those things where it's like, my mind thinks there's an electricity one. I could be wrong. So ash, wood, water, oil. All I know is when you get something close to them, they make some noise. That was a weird way of saying make. They make some noise. So like when I get close to the chimney fireplace, when I leave, you'll hear some rustling noise in there. If I stay there too long, the ash soupy will attack me. However, if I leave or rotate and get out that door before it attacks me, I won't lose any more of my life force. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the save button. We're pretty far along. Autosave's on, save and play. So we need to start our next thing. So I'm gonna go this way. Do you hear it in there? It was making some noise. I got out of there because I do not want to lose any more life force. Hey, look, we found the end of that missing axe here. It's kind of stuck in the wall. Items in this case were found in Mayan ceremonial cave in British Honduras. The jade skull is one of the largest jade items in the world. I feel like it's missing. And there's that axe. I don't know what someone was trying to do, but we're good. Okay, so the only puzzle that we know the solution to right now is this one that's in here. And that's because I took photos of it, and this is the north, east, south, and west. So I need to pull up my pictures from my phone, or just pull up on the internet from my phone and see what it has. Cool, they backed up. So north is this symbol. So we need to move some stuff around to make some space here. We can't move that big one yet. I need to move, let's do this. Okay, so this goes here for north. A mound It's more moundy than that in the picture, but whatever. 2 slashes, the eye, and then crooked 2. On the other side now, we need to move some more stuff around. Move this here, move here, here. Sure, let's not do that there. I'm gonna do, that's south, west, east, northeast, southwest. So west, let's do west next. West has the fire. Some big pieces here, so it's gonna move some stuff around. It also has one of these mound-like things here, and then 2 humps. So that is west. South has this piece here. It has a 2 in it as well, so it's just a little 2 thing, an eye, and then 2 slashes, which is right there. East is now it's what's left, and east is going to be a problem. I'm going to move some stuff around because I did not realize this is going to be much of a problem. So it's this. This goes here, and then there's 2 mounds. There we go. So now we're into the theta. So like, who would... Does every guest have to do that when they come to this place? Like, oh, you gotta solve the puzzle. But how people are gonna know that puzzle? Why is there clapping noises? So there's a door here. I think, I'm trying to remember. I think we spell his son name's Jeffrey. I just don't know it. There, you can see parts of it there. G-E-O-F. Oops. F. Is it E-R-Y or R-E-Y? Sad part is I read it so many times, that's a lot of F's. I think it's Jeff Irby. Maybe not, because there's no E in that round, so R... Jeffrey, but maybe it goes to a different orientation. I don't know what it is yet, so we will come back to this. Huh. Puzzles game is gonna puzzle. So this is the library. Okay, so one of the pots can show up here, but not right now. And by not right now, it's not going to show here. This game is pretty scripted in terms of like, oh, here's what these pots can appear here, and that's one of the places a pot can appear. There's only a couple of random places in this game. Everything's in the same spot. These candles look weird. Wax. Wax is another one. I'm avoiding the candles. Okay. Oh, another book. The following manuscript is translated for the stone tablets originally found by the looters of Mochi Valley. I'll go to Mochi. These tablets were found amongst the possessions of Siegfried Schwartz. Okay, so Siegfried, who translated the glyphs. Our thanks to the Professor Edwin Rumsman of Pennsylvania University, who added comments and footnotes to the original text. I, Yankton, scribe to Motocombo. Do you keep the record of the Exupi upon these instructions of Motocombo? I write these words that ye might not wither and die. Ye may not wither and die. 32 years, 4 months, 13 days ago. Let me pick up my pen. It's dropped. 1 second. "32 years ago, 32 years, 4 months, 13 days after this joyous birth, Motocombo crowned himself the king of Zapnia. To celebrate his ascension to the throne, he decreed that there would be no bloodletting that year. Footnote: this probably means human sacrifice. 5 days after the second moon ended, a hideous evil swept through the land of Zampia. Many people were mysteriously murdered as they slept. Their great lamenting Motocombo called a gathering of his priests who offered his sacrifices unto the gods. They reported that the gods were angry with him, for he had not offered up sacrifices that were crowned when he was crowned. They allowed Zibalaba, guardian of the portal of the underworld, to unleash the snake god's children. The snake god children, called Exupi, were evil spirit creatures who hated the people of Zangpia and for their beautiful skin and healthy bodies. At night, they would creep into the people's beds, slowly sucking the ka out of their sleeping bodies, leaving each one a shriveled corpse. The priest of Motocombo prayed, Motocambo? I'm still going to pronounce it whatever way I pronounce it. And unfortunately, there's no audio to actually tell me how to pronounce it properly, so I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, the priest prayed and offered his sacrifices for several days, but nothing could stop the Exupi from stealing the ka from sleeping people. Footnote: Schwartz seems to prefer the Egyptian word for life essence to the soul over the Exupi word Zapian. Motocombo offered himself as a sacrifice to the gods, hoping to save his people. Footnote: it seems doubtful that Motocombo seriously intended to sacrifice himself, but rather intended for a publicity gesture. The moon goddess Ixchel took pity on Motocombo. She gave him special vessels and talismans of magic that might attract the Exupi. He gathered elements from the earth, stone. Here we go. So this is important right here. I'm gonna get a new page here. So stone, water, wood, jade wax, linen, fire, crystal, that is only 8. How many spots do we have on our board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 2 more. And 1 more for each vessel. He placed 1 element in each vessel as instructed by Itchel and offered up incantation. 15 days after the 6th moon ended, Motocombo united the Exupi to come, waited for the Exupi to come. Creeping silently. 1 second. Be right back. And back. Got a little kitty cat here now. She just wants to have some fun, don't you? She wants her attention. It's the attention tax I need to pay, so just give me a second. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Look at you right there on the screen. You want to see? You can turn around and see yourself on screen. You're just going to knock the microphone over. I know you are. Hi. Okay, so we'll get back here into the game in just a few moments. I'll rewind it a little bit so basically we just learned about the different ghosts there are, or spirits there are. We got the stone, the water, the wood, the jade, wax, linen, fire, and crystal. But there is still 2 more spots on this board at the bottom of the screen where we will place the Exupi vessels and talisman when it's done. So I think it's kind of weird that we're going to put them here, but we don't actually... So you can see all the 10 down here. We don't know what the last 2 are. It did say something on the previous page about stone, water, wood, blah, blah, blah. And 1 more for each vessel. So I'm not sure what that part means. He placed 1 element in each vessel as instructed by Ixchel, and offered up incantations. Cool. And 15 days later, after the 6th moon ended, Motokambo waited for the Exupi to come. Creeping silently into the spirit wings, the Exupi again entered the rooms of the sleeping Zapanana? I don't know. But the elements in each vessel called out irresistibly to the snake god's children. Slipping into the vessels to answer the calls of the elements, the Exupi were trapped as Motokambo, and the priest quickly sealed each vessel with its talisman. In gratitude to Ixchel, the people began... The people began to sing praises and offer up sacrifices to her. Listening to her songs, the snake god knew Motokambo had imprisoned the Exupi. Unable to free his children from the powerful spells that now confined them, the snake god instead blessed the Exupi with a horrible new power so that if they ever released, each Exupi would have the ability to assume the element that called it into its vessel. So that's where we know, like, okay, wax. So a candle could have the Exupi in it. There's candles in the candelabra that are to the left of my player right now. That's a good thing to know. Fearful that somehow the seals could be broken and Exupi released to the again terrorized people of Zampana, Motokambo hid the vessels deep in a tomb deep within the earth. He concealed the tomb under layers of heavy dirt and boulders to keep the Exupi securely hidden from the world, hoping they would never ever be discovered or released. He ordered that these events be recorded and buried with the vessels. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I'm like, why would you want to record the events, but put the vessels just in case someone found it? Therefore, I, Yakutin, ended this record with the words of Motokambo. You've already in danger as you read these tablets. Heed the warning of Motokambo. Break not the seals that hold fast Exupi, lest you lose your life's ka. The translation of Sigfield Schwartz ends here. Following are a few comments added by Professor Ransmithen. For an amateur, Sigfeld Schwartz was an extremely gifted translator who made a few outright errors. However, he did miss one minor nuances. The stone tablets go into much more detail about the vessels themselves and how they were used. Apparently, it was very important that each animal or human-shaped talisman and vessel matched each exactly. That's what I need to know. Please tell me what they are so I can take a photo with my phone and hopefully match them up later. The markings on each vessel were meant to indicate the element that was placed inside. There was This warning added, if the Xupi is freed, it cannot stray far from the vessel that imprisoned it until it finds a replacement entity to take its place, presumably some unfortunate human. That's it? You're not going to tell me the... It didn't tell me the vessels that match up with the talisman. I feel like that's important information I need to know. In Search of the Unexplained, the memoirs of Sir Hubert Windlenot, published by Swanson Books in Chicago in 1978. Chapter 1, The Birth of Understanding. I had a privileged but unenlightened birth. I was second son of Sir William George Windlenot, Earl of Runcombe. Besides my great-grandfather, Charles Windlenot was granted an... Damn, that's pixelated. Earldom after he had defended the king. The Windlenots have had noble heritage to live up to. Yada yada. Is this gonna be... So here's some symbols. I'm wondering if there's anything in here specifically about it. It's the unicorn. Okay, so I don't know if I want to read all this on stream, so I'm going to take some pictures on my cell phone in case we have to re-reference this book in the future. But I hope if we do, I'm hoping I will remember that's in here. I'll read why he was professionally ridiculed about this unicorn. I meant to read that I'm guilty as anyone desiring respect and fame. I've driven to purpose enigmas that science cannot explain. Fame came at expense of respect. Even with indisputable proof, I was ridiculed by my peers. I brought before my colleagues proof of the existence of beasts long thought to exist only in myths. In tar pits in Turkey, I unearthed a creature that could have been a griffin and was accused of fabricating it out of several prehistoric animals. I mean, dinosaurs are kind of done the same way. We kind of brought a bunch of bones out, put them together, and made some dinosaurs that weren't really real. So it's not inconceivable that would happen. Let's see. I have a cave in the Himalayas. In the cave in the Himalayas, I found a mummified creature with one eye in the center of its head, and it was denounced as having paid for freaks of nature. In many instances, I was accused of being naive and falling prey to the tricks of others. Is it any wonder that I resigned from the Royal Society and came to America to search for academic acceptance? I sacrificed my marriage, my heritage, and my home to prove my theories and fulfill my dream. I dream of a museum that would house the artifacts I had collected, where others too would see my vision. So unicorn, cool. Is there any more books on here that are clickable? Not going that way. So we did that one already. Looks like there's maybe a couple more over here because these are oddly colored. Nope. I could go up though. I think if I remember correctly, that is Egyptian Hieroglyphs Explained. This is that book that we found in the basement where it should sit. We did see here about it being missing, so, and we know where it's at, but. Okay, so that's the library. Let's see where we should go next. Sorry, just moving my phone around, making sure I didn't get any messages from people I have been missing out on. But yeah. desk here. Is anything hiding in here? Professor Windlenot's Museum of the Strange and Unusual. Welcome to the world's most unusual museum. Share the excitement of the explorers of the past as you discover the strange and wonderful world of the ancients. Solve puzzles meant to confuse sages of the past. Here's your first one. Scattered through the museum are hundreds of amazing items. Find the following exhibits. So there's colors on here. I remember there is heads on wheels you have to spin, and I think they match up with these colors. Let's take a photo. Okay, so I have that recorded because I know that is something that comes up. Is there's heads that we turn, and each one's going to have different things. So, like the giant eagle's nest, we need to make it purple. Viking burial, purple. Myths of the werewolf, red. Legends of the Daros. That's what we're trying to read earlier. I couldn't read. Yellow. Tomb of the Xupi, green, and the two-headed Celtic god, red. Cool. So let's, I guess we could, I think it's, let's go over here one more time. I think there is, okay, so there's an Xupi head over here. It's, or a talisman. I don't know what it is. That's creepy. Okay, so we know there's a Xupi head over here. It looks like a Chinese emperor's head, maybe? I don't know what that one goes to. And it's just... That made a weird noise. I was just trying to figure out what the fuck that was. I know up here in the chandelier is crystal, so we could run into the crystal Xupi if we're up there. Let's go in here and see what we got. So this is the... spider. Okay. Thank you for changing the music very creepily, game. Something over there is moving. I heard some noise. Obviously the Xupi. Not sure what it is. Found in a tar pit in Turkey were bones of unusual animals have baffled pathologists. Pathologists? That's the wrong word. Paleontologists. There you go, Crow. They decided the bones were there from three animals: the wings of a pterodactyl, the body of a saber-toothed tiger, and the head of a raptor. Never once did they consider the obvious. It was a griffin, written about in the ancient lecture and now extinct. We have here an inhaler from July 25th, 1980. Dr. Stanley Barrow, Mount Pleasant Drugs, Merrick Campbell. That is the name of the kid that we heard about in the journal. Inhale 2 puffs by mouth every 6 hours is needed for asthma. Shake well before using. Expires a year later on the whatever. So obviously there was some stuff here. So here's the heads. This is the giant eagle's nest. So I'm gonna go back over to my saved photos from Google Photo. Why hasn't it uploaded? No. Got to do it on my phone. And the giant eagle's nest seems to be purple. That's blue. That's green. That's orange or yellow. It's red, so it must be blue. Maybe not purple. Maybe it was just very, very colored wrong on my thing. So blue. Let's do here. I feel like I could click on everything in this game and learn where things are at. There's lots of stuff over here that looks kind of jade. I kind of want to avoid it.
You are now entering the unfathomable depths of the sea, where countless ships have sunk, taking with them untold riches. The wisdom known only to the ancients may also reside here, in the lost city of Atlantis.
Okay, so this is Atlantis. Poseidon, son of Zeus, brother of Hades, and the Greek god of seas and water, was known also the patron god of Atlantis. Earthquakes and tidal waves were attributed to this turbulent sea god, as known as the Romans as Neptune. I'm gonna go back up here and explore. I feel like there's more up here we need to learn about, and it's like this. The unicorn found in many cultures is theorized to have existed at one time, but is now extinct. Marco Polo wrote about having seen unicorns in areas now Russia. Their bronze metal statue was found buried in a tomb in Greece. 4 miles on the ocean's surface while searching through the sunken wreckage of the British vessel HMS Whitmore, the rare specimen of the starfish profoundably was claimed to have been found. It was wrapped around the skull of one of the members of the crew. The largest spider is the Theraphos libanoni, or the bird-eating spider. Okay, the creepy music in that bong needs to stop, please. That is just nerve-wracking.
From a 60-foot giant squid that can pull a small fishing boat into the depths of the sea, to the 2-inch poison dart frog that carries enough poison to kill 1,500 people, nothing is stranger than the animal kingdom. Is it any wonder that the ancients worshipped and feared these strange beasts?
Okay, good to know. Okay, let's see here. Nose itches. Let's see here. What do we do next? So we know over here there's something in the corner. There's an Azupi over here. I'm not sure what it is. I don't want to get close to it because I need to keep my life force going. This is the big giant eagle's nest. That's fine. We could go deeper into Atlantis and see what's down there. Obviously, I think our goal right now is to find the vessels. If I remember correctly, though, we could only carry one piece at a time. Meaning we could carry the vessel or the talisman or the combined vessel and talisman together, but we can only carry one set at a time. So we need to remember where we placed them. That's where it's going to get a little bit more interesting. And that's why I brought some notes. Because I know I'm going to forget that. It's just me. I know I'm going to forget it. Okay, let's go explore Atlantis. And hope I don't get... Hope none of these... If we hear any noises, then we'll know it's whatever. Poseidon's temple. I mean, Neptune's the other version of it. But yeah, Poseidon's temple was the spiritual and governmental center of Atlantis. This replica, built entirely out of sand, was patterned. That's saying stuff weird. It was patterned. Oh my god. Slow down, Crow. Slow down. It was patterned after Plato's description of his books. Yeah, I'm not going to pronounce that. I'm going to butcher that. Colossus of Rhodes. One of 7 wonders of the world, the Colossus of Rhodes was built in honor of Helios, the Greek god of sun. The legs of the giant statue span the city harbor so that the ship could pass beneath it. The 120-foot bronze statue was toppled by an earthquake in 226 BC. Sirens. In Greek mythology, the sirens were huge birds with women's faces who lured sailors into dangerous rocks by their sweet singing. The only man to ever hear their singing and live was Odysseus, who was a man who had his men tie him to the mast so he could not jump into the rocks to join them. The Argonauts were saved by the sirens by the musician Orpheus, who drowned their singing with music from his lyre, which was more beautiful still. Do you have Daedalus' siren noise? Doesn't work. So we looked at all that. That I hear. The jingling noise right there is an exupy in that. So we know there's another one down here. It's another crystal one. There's also the chandelier up top, which could be the crystal. I don't think it changes spots. I'm going to actually write down the exupy. I think crystal is in the Atlantis. And then there's another one in the eagles, the mythical creatures, I'll call us. That might be oil. Not sure. But we'll learn. There's a tar pit also someplace. I do know that. So I just don't know if it can change locations easily. But yeah, it's back over here in this corner. Okay. So we could try going upstairs. Oh, there's a door over here. It's locked. That might be the main entrance that we tried coming in earlier. I thought that was over there. There's also water over here in a fountain. That could be where the water goes. I think that's where the water ghost exists because it's only the place it can exist, if I remember correctly. The only other place would be down in the basement, but we've already done that. And I think once it's attacked you there once, it can't attack you there again, potentially. I think it's just like hey, this is the introduction to the game. You're going to be attacked by these spirits that will drain your life force very slowly. And if it drains all the way to the end, you die. Game over, man. Sorry, as I open up a Diet Coke for me to drink. Okay. Let's go up the stairs. Oh. That little jingly is the exupy in that. That is the exupy in the chandelier. So it could also be in the chandelier. Okay, so now we're in the Egyptian section of this museum. Oh, here's another game. It's a ball game, if I remember correctly. We have to get the balls from the top and get into the bottom. We'll come back to this in a second because I don't know if we need that. Okay. There's some statues here that looks like we could, modify them. And they'll do something like open up or something, so. I wonder if this is in that book we looked at. So we have, there is stuff about the things in the book. The question is, whose tomb is this supposed to be? The Sphinx. Possessor of lost wisdom, the guardian over the city of the dead, the Sphinx stands watch over the greatest tombs ever built, the pyramids. Search and you may learn wisdom from these ancient lips. Ugh. Is that a clue for something? Curse of Anubis. O wretched soul who disrupts this eternal rest may exist in despair for all eternity. Anubis, chief deity to whom prayers at the Egyptian burial are made, was the originator of embalming and funerary rites, and used to invoke the curse of the tomb you're about to enter. Oh, cool. Come back to that in a second. Okay, so there's like an eagle up here. Is that anything specific on the notes we had? scrolling through to see what we got. So Egyptian hieroglyph meaning man we got in the book, and then the one meaning woman. I'm trying to think of what these are. Might need to come back to this in a second. Because I don't know. I think we need to know who's there, right? Oh, what's this? I'm clicking too fast to... Interesting. Don't know what that's about yet. We'll need to figure that out. I feel like we're like nearly 2 hours into this, and I feel like we haven't done much in terms of learning anything. I mean, we learned a lot, but we haven't solved any puzzles. Okay, so let's try this door puzzle, because it's one that doesn't require knowledge, I feel like. So maybe we'll find the knowledge in here, so we'll just need to rotate some stuff around. Sure. That finishes that. There we go. I feel like we're playing Pipe Drain. I don't know if anyone ever played that as a kid. It just reminds me of that. It came from like the Microsoft Entertainment Pack. There we go. Is that finished? Oh, you know what? That needed to rotate around. Okay, what does this open up? A tomb into some dark room.
Death comes uneasily to the mind of man.
That's it? Okay. That pounding on the back is just a little bit unnerving. It's like someone's trying to get out of a what's it called? Sounds like someone's trying to get out of a tomb. Like they're in a coffin. Okay. Paracast burial bundles. These funerary bundles of the Paracas Indians of Peru denoted a vast difference in wealth. Each richly embroidered. Okay, thank you. I hear you in the background. Quit playing around. Tells a story of wealth and includes lavish personal possessions. The poor were buried in plain cloths, both wrappings covered in a basket with a body in it. Like, yeah. There's a book down here. More reading, yippee! Okay, July 10th, 1980, New York City. Since I'm moving tomorrow, I decided to record my thoughts in this journal. I will miss the view of the museum in my apartment window, but Dad says he needs the at least stressful job. July 15th, 1980, Mount Pleasant. While not exactly excited about the small town, it does have the advantages over New York City. It airs very clean, so my telescope will work great and it's quiet. For Dad's sake, I'll try to think of something more. I think this is the book of Merrick. Yeah, Merrick. The kid who was found in Haler 4 and who Professor Windelnot talked about in his journal. So why is his journal here? I guess this is what he's taking notes in when he was following Professor Windelnot. July 30th, 1980, Mount Pleasant. This town is a really awesome museum. Professor Windelnot's museum is strange and unusual. The sign says it's opening soon. Can't wait. August 8th, 1980, Mount Pleasant. Dad says the museum will never open. I don't believe it. He says Professor Windelnot once taught at the same college Dad is teaching in, but now he's some kind of eccentric. August 20th, 1980, Mount Pleasant. Not looking forward to school next week. I finally saw the professor. He looks really cool, like he just got off an archaeological dig. August 29th, 1980, Mount Pleasant. School is bad as I thought. Everyone here is a bunch of hicks. There's a girl, Beth, who looks kind of cute. Says she knows the professor will not. I'm not sure I believe her. Dad says he's recluse and not likely to know a high school girl. Okay, can I just please keep reading this? I'm tired of the noise. I guess I could turn on the music in the background. But it adds to the ambience of the game, making it spooky. Giving me shivers, may I add? Okay. September 7th, 1980, Mount Pleasant. Turns out Beth really doesn't know the professor just a lot about him. She says he's got some secret way to get into the museum, but nobody has figured it out yet. I followed him home from the post office yesterday and saw he goes in the museum. She was right. He didn't go to the front door. He went to a gazebo, to something that made a little bridge, came up, then crossed the bridge, and then went into the ground. Cool. So that's kind of cool. So like the kids saw how he got in the museum. I'm wondering if that's how he got in the museum. Or, I mean, I know he was got invited or was going to get invited, but we don't know what happened because the professor's notebook or journal ended at that point in time. So obviously he probably got invited over, came there, and whatever happened that day, and the professor recorded some audio. I'm guessing maybe the kid opened up the Xupi containers, not knowing what they were, and that's what caused the issue. We'll see. September 13th, 1980, Mount Pleasant. Dad said I had to get a job. Bummer. He said kids in small towns get in trouble without jobs, so I'm working at the bookstore. Good news, I followed the professor again and I figured out the layout of the museum grounds. Oh no, he probably snuck in at some point in time. I think I can figure out how to get in. Okay. Beth has given me all sorts of advice. I think she likes me. She keeps hanging around. It's hard to follow someone else if you're being followed yourself. So yeah, he was getting followed and he knew it. He was getting followed. Okay. September 16th, actually 16th and 17th, 1980, Mount Pleasant. Beth keeps hanging around. I hate it when Dad thinks she's my girlfriend. Invites her over for dinner. This job has turned out to be okay after all. I finally met the professor face to face. He came to the bookstore to see if we had a book on some African tribe. He seems to recognize me. I asked him lots of questions. He was pretty cool, but secretive. He kept staring at me. He did say he was going to Africa tomorrow. With him gone, I'm going to try and get into the museum and have most of it figured out. Should I get rid of Beth or take her with me? Is she hard to get rid of? So the professor did mention in his journal that he was going to go to Africa. So what I'm piecing together now is he goes to Africa on his trip. Merrick and Beth break into the museum using the secret passage. While in there, they probably start playing around with some stuff, release the Xupi accidentally, and then that audio recording we heard is when the professor got back from Africa and found out the Xupi has been released, and that's when he passes away after his life force is drained. He gets back, realizes they're released, and trying to capture them, as we heard from the other part of the story that he gave us. September 26, 1980, Mount Pleasant. Tonight is night. Dad is attending some kind of lecture. I told him we're going to a movie in case he comes home early. Means I've decided to take Beth with me. She said she might have come in handy. She is smart and... means I decided to take Beth with me. She might come in handy. She is smart and she has a rope ladder that I could use to get out over the wall. She says she used it to sneak out the other night. At night. Here's the schedule. 7 p.m. leave house. 7:45 climb over wall. 8:10 rise the stone bridge. 8:25 enter Stonehenge. 8:38 to 10:30 explore museum. 10:15 home. 10:30 Dad comes home. Oh, so this is a continuation of the same day because it says September 26, 1980. The museum is a very odd museum. There's lots of rooms where we can't even get into and puzzles everywhere. We found this one exhibit that has some ancient pots. Oh no, please don't do it. Don't do what you're going to do. There is a warning outside to not disturb them, but Beth said she didn't believe the sign and opened one of them anyway. There was a pretty cool noise and it felt like cold wind coming out of the pot. I thought I was saw green electrical charges coming out of it, but Beth said it's probably from negatively charged ions or something. I helped her open the rest. It was pretty neat. So now we know who opened it. Confirmed it, at least. We didn't know that beforehand based off our assumptions, because there's only a few people in this game so far. So obviously if the professor didn't open it, then it had to be whoever broke in the museum, and now we know it was Beth and Merrick. Oh no, now the Scriblings are getting a little bit more frantic. Something horrible is happening. Grotesque things coming from everywhere. Can't find Beth. We got separated. There are many secret passages. She could be anywhere. What are those things? So the person we found in the basement is Merrick's body. Beth is dead. Found her body in the basement. Never mind, that's Beth. Those pots are not on exhibit anymore. Oh, those pots are not on the exhibit anymore. I keep finding them all over the museum. I think it has to find them and use them in on those creatures. If only I could find a way. All the doors are locked. Maybe they won't find me in here. Spectacular coffins of Ghana. These lions celebrate the life and statues of great African hunter and will carry his remains to the afterworld. Jewelry and money will also be accompanying the hunter on his journey. There's ash right there. I'm going to avoid that. Cremation. Ash. Fire. Exupi. Could be right there. So I'm going to avoid that. Not going to go near it. I don't want to lose any more life force right now than I have to. Because I still have to find the pots, the talismans that match up to said pots. And then I need to, once I figure out which pot is what, capture the Exupi with it. And I've yet to find anything that could help me do that. So is it going to be trial and error? That'd be very bad. Very, very bad, in my opinion. Let's go. To a Hindu, cremation is considered a sacred obligation to the dead. The soul is set free and the fire god Agni takes it up to heaven. In India, it often takes place near a river, if possible, the Ganges, which is a sacred and has the ability to cleanse sins. Okay, I don't have a problem with like the rhythmic thing, but when it gets the louder, it's a problem. Can you chill out a little bit, game? Please. I'm just trying to read. Have a good time solving puzzles. And you're making it very scary doing that. The Hindus of Bali Palace, place the dead body and the loved ones in the animal-shaped sarcophagus. Figure out that word. I figured it out. Sarcophagus. Before it was consumed by fire. Food and personal items accompany the dead on the trip to heaven. The entire structure is burned, including the platform and tower. Oh. Cool. Walked in a crypt. The Norse burial ship. Men and women of wealth and position are given ship burials and provided with food and armor for their trip to the underworld. Okay, so... Oh! Hello. Tabarambo. Kind of bopper. Okay. The Sarkombe doctor of Mozambique speaks the gods of drumming a secret rhythm. The drums, ta, ba, ram, and bo are sacred, and only the witch doctor can play them to frighten evil spirits and open the door to the dead to enter the place of the gods. Witch doctors of the Congo. Witch doctors from Congo known as Mongongo, and Mofomu. I'm just butchering everything today. I mean, I probably should not have played a game that has a lot of, like, interesting names in it. Actors, doctors, psychologists, and smooth slayers. Smooth slayers casting bones to read the future. They destroy their enemy using wax images by slowly tearing off their limbs one at a time. So it's like a voodoo doll, but out of... Ooh, that sounds horrible. Okay, so there was some paint. Someone stepped in. There's a secret door right here, it looks like. And I'm assuming we need to do something with this to get it open, but I don't even know the answers to it because of... Okay, we'll come back to you. Let's figure out how to do that. Oh, here's another head. This is... Let me find the paper, or the... Come on, Google. There it is. Got my image finally. This is the... No, this has to be the head. This has to be the Viking burial. Let's see. Yeah, this is Viking burial. So Viking burial is blue. There we go. Cool. Looks like there's stairs there, but it's not stairs. Okay, so how do I get back to where I came from to get in here? There it is. Guess we're back in here. Tomb of the Xupi. Okay, so this is the Tomb of the Xupi inside there. Buried deep in the Tomb 49 of the Moke Valley, the 13 Xupi on the Civic lay undisturbed for centuries, where Moke shaman had buried them in sealed magical vessels. As responsible archaeologists and researchers, we must respect the power of the evil entities sealed in these vessels and warn all who enter. Never break the seals and release the Xupi into the world. So that's what this is. This is the Tomb of the Xupi. There's 13 of them in here. All with the different shapes that we have on the bottom. So we probably need to remember this stuff. There's a lot of information in here potentially. There's another secret passage. Cool. So we got a secret passage. That's what I was looking for. Tomb of the Xupi is green. Like the walls. Blue, no. Green. I hope I didn't need to press that on all the other ones, because I didn't do that. Guess we'll find out. So where does this secret passage take us then? No, nothing that way. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just clicking around. Maybe I should have explored this differently. Oh god, another puzzle. I don't know, I'm guessing it's still... I don't know. I opened up. Another elevator. Merrick, go back. Jeffrey, so it's Jeffr. So that's that door in the museum that we saw. It needs to go on the right side. Yeah, let's not go that way. I have no clue where. Does this make a big loop? Oh, here's the elevator. Did I lose get lost? I lost myself. Yay. Who builds a maze into their place? That's a pile of trash. This is where I came. I came this way then. There it is. Okay. Back into this room. Okay. So we know the Jeffrey door. I say we go do that puzzle now that we know the answer to it. Oh, forgot to get this.
Much of what we know about early man comes from burial sites, but not without a price. Eternal life was the sustaining ideology for many ancient cultures, and they went to great lengths to prevent their dead from being violated.
Guess we're back in the main part of the museum. You know, there's something about using like WSAD in like modern games that's it's so much nicer than clicking and pointing, click and point, because this is hard. Okay, please don't say I have to do this again. Oh my god, I gotta do this again. Okay. Okay. Let's not get upset about it. Let's gotta do it all over again. Pull up my photo that I took earlier. Oh, excuse me. This game is causing me to be a little sleepy. I'm gonna save what we have so far, actually. Let's do this. Save. What other options are on here? Text off, full screen flashback. Restore, save, play. Okay. Okay. The evil laugh is also pretty creepy in a way. Okay, so we need to get this. This changed on me. I know it changed on me. Okay, so let's do this. Second. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we need to do. This is south, part of south. Excuse me. Jeez. South. Two lines. Looks like a Roman numeral 2. That's south. Okay, let's do west, which is the other side. Let's do east then. So east has that. So east has a single fire. East has the foot. 2 mounds. And whatever that is. Stone wall. I don't know what you want to call it. The humps. Okay, West has same humps, but it has this fire as well. Needs to move over one. And that just leaves North. That. There we go. Maybe eventually I'll remember it all. Okay. Oh, I guess I can't go that direction. Go back up here. I misclicked. At least I'm not like speed running this, because speed running, if that misclick would just cost you so much time, you're like, ugh, just lost all this time. Okay, so this is the Jeffrey door. So we have to spell Jeffrey on this side. So G-E-O-F. F-R. There we go. I don't think I could do anything up here yet. I think this is just to the clock tower. It's just films. It's a secret passage right there, I could tell. But we aren't gonna get to that until later. I feel like I could have explored up there, yes. But I'm not sure what else is up there worth exploring right now. So far we've found none of the containers that we need. We found a lid. I don't know which one it goes to. And I'm just kind of thoroughly confused to where I want to go. I need to go now. Thoroughly confused. Huh. It's like I don't want to pull up a playthrough or a walkthrough, but like I am now feeling like, where do I go? I obviously need to find... We learned a lot today, though. So far we've learned about the Exupi, how they got released. We just need to find the pots. And then figure out how the pots map to each Exupi. That's going to be the interesting part in this. Like, why is the axe stuck in here? It's kind of creepy. This is his office, which we don't need to go back in there yet. This is water. I'm sure there's a Exupi over in the water. I mean, the only thing I might be able to get up there is a pot, but it's not going to help if I don't know what pot it goes to, or what Jigsupi it goes to. Huh. I might need to look up a bit of a walkthrough, which I don't want to do. I'm trying to play this without interference. But I think I'm going to go in circles if I don't. Okay, there's at least another puzzle in here with the tomb that we didn't solve. This is one we didn't solve. I don't know what it means yet. And we didn't go in here, which doesn't have anything in there. So let's see if we can figure this out. I still have all the pictures of the book that I took earlier. And I'm gonna see if... So this symbol that's currently on the screen, looking at the book, is for Queen Nefertiti, wife of Ramus. Her mummy found buried in sarcophagus over 10 feet in length, in height. That's not 10 feet in height. I'll say that. So it's probably not her. If we go up here and change it to different symbols, let's see if we can find one that kind of more matches what we're looking for. This top symbol that's on here I just selected goes to... Akhenaten, tied to introduce monolithic worship to ancient Thessaly into Egypt. Son of Queen T and whatever, change his name to... So it's not... I'm going to look at this book. I'm going to have to look at each page individually, so just give me a second and bear with me. So that's the first one in the book. So Nefertiti, got Cleopatra, Lady T. I'm just trying to figure out what symbols could be here. King of Age 9, no. Mummy was discovered wrapped in flower petals, no. Remus. So I don't see anything specific, so it's... Okay. Does this help in any way? Does this help in any way? Well, it looks like a male, not a female, so that might get us away from the queen and the women. Let's see here. Is it about an eagle? Wrapped in flower petals? No. It's not Cleopatra. Like, I'm wondering if... I'm wondering if these have to be... I feel like they're just destined to be something specific towards it. Like, maybe if this is whatever, the Akhenaten, whatever, Netin. Like, maybe it is the mother and father's symbols on the side of it. So Queen T and his father. And Amen Optimum. Okay, let's just see if these symbols are on here. This would probably be the easiest thing to do. None of those symbols matches his. Where's Queen T or Lady T? No, none of those symbols match that either. Like, I'm wondering if I have enough information to solve this puzzle right now. If not, then I might be running the wrong road. I do find it interesting though, I'm looking at the pictures, only two of them have little symbols that are crossing like right between the two, so let's see if that's the case. Is that our hint? Oh no, there's three. There's another one. They have like lines running through the symbols. There's a few of them, four. It's the fourth one. Nefertiti. And I mean, it's possible. There we go. So we found a pot. No, it's not a pot. That is a stinking head to a pot. It's a talisman. Okay. Helps a little bit. I mean, if we go back into the Zuby chamber. And see if this matches anything. It's so pixelated. I can't even tell what any of these things are. Like, how do I know what goes to what? Like, obviously this is important that this is in here, so it's obviously telling us something. So here's like one of the completed pots, the vessel, and the talisman. But who goes into it? Which character, which spirit, which Zuby goes into it? You obviously see, like, okay, it's this three pot one has this symbol here, which is obviously the one that goes here. This one's like a throne. Might be this one right here. It's hard to tell. Has feet. Can I put them in here? Oh. So we could look at it up close. Did not know we could do that. So we could look it up close, which is good. I still need to find the dang vessels, though. Like, are they... How hidden are these vessels? In fact, that first one was like, here you go. And the first one, I mean, yeah, I'm just staying around there for long to get that attack. So let's see if I do this. Can I swap this one out? And I can. Now let's look at this one up close. Huh. Or any of you things I need. Is there anything else in here? I know there's one. I think there's one here, but I don't know how we turn this. Why can't I look that way? Oh, there we go. Look, this has a symbol on it. I don't know what that symbol is. It looks like a bug almost. And it, obviously the head we don't have matches it, so that's good. So I guess we leave the head here. The question is, now we gotta find the talisman that goes with this pot. So we'll leave this one here and hope that it stays unlocked. This one has a very interesting head shape, though. Let's go look at the one we found over here, because I don't remember what that one had. So obviously those two aren't the right size. You see it has like a little versus this, which doesn't have that. Okay. Okay, well we have at least one pot discovered. We know where 2 of the talismans are for said pots, but we don't know what the talisman is specifically for this pot, nor do we know what Exupi it belongs to. That's a problem in my opinion. I don't know what to do with that. Okay. I think I might leave this game here for right now and do a little bit of digging or something that I missed off stream, just so I could see some sort of glean some sort of direction I need to go. But I think we're gonna end this and switch to a different game. But we'll be right back. Just a few moments. I just didn't need that right away. back. Trying to think what game to play next. I got probably about another hour at most of streaming for tonight because I got a few things I gotta do. But yeah, I'm trying to think what to play. It'd be fun to play. It's simple, chilled, laid back. I kind of need something more laid back right now because it's been a bit of a longer stream so far today. Let me just change this to just chatting for right now. Actually, well, yeah. There we go. Oh man, I'm also like off center. My camera. There we go. Yeah, so Shivers is pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna continue playing this more. I do want to do a bit more research because I feel like I might be missing where containers are hiding in the game because I feel like I've played it before, like I said as a kid, but I didn't get that far. I would probably remember playing and get to the water and like I'd get scared from the little water ghost, and then I remember exploring the museum and maybe getting the ash ghost that's in the fireplace after me as well. But other than that, like I didn't really do much more of the game, so it's kind of hard to like say, oh yeah, this is what's supposed to happen, whatever. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. But I still think I want to rock on with this stream idea for the day and continue doing some older games. I'm just looking through and see what sounds really fun to play. I mean, a couple games that are very near and dear to my heart deserve their own stream, like playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. That was my game to play when I was younger. Same for like SimCity 2000. I used to play that a lot too. So I'm not going to play those today because they deserve their own time, not just like, hey, you got an hour to kill. So instead I'm going to find something else to play. And maybe we'll bring it something a little bit more modern away from my childhood. If we have to. But I'm going to go through and see what games I have available to play. I have a ton of them. I just don't know which ones I want to play. And maybe we'll go back to Escape Simulator. I know it's not a childhood game, it's a more recent game, but I think having some chill, calm, quiet time is probably good to wrap up the stream and have some fun. So yeah. Let's see. I got a bunch of games that would be cool to play with like 2 players in the future here. Digging around a second. I mean, Myst is another one that'd be fun to play. I've actually never played it. I've watched friends when I was young play it. I never got to play it. So that'd be cool to play. Once again, it's going to need its own stream. Something completely separate from this. Because, yeah, I don't want to start it and then have like only like an hour to play. So trying to look through all the games I own and what seems it seems like fun to play right now. And I probably should have this more planned out for the stream, but I expected that I was gonna be able to play Shivers the entire time because I was just like, oh, that'd be fun to play, and I just didn't expect to get stuck someplace where I needed some time to enjoy or some time to decompress. Not decompress, I'm the right word. Find some time to figure out what I need to do because it turns into a walking simulator at that time where I'm just running around the museum looking for stuff, and while that's fine, I'd rather have a little bit of direction and not just be wasting time doing so. So that's why I was like, okay, let's change off this. But we'll get to one more game before we call it a day. And I think, okay, there is one game that my mind's thinking about that is older. If I can find which one it is, The Incredible Machine is a good game. I used to play that a lot when I was a kid. I have Return of the Incredible Machine here, I see. And the Incredible Machine 3. And the Incredible Machine Even More Contraptions. Where's the original one? The Even More Incredible Machine. I don't know which one's the first one. I gotta install it still. Let me Google that. Incredible Machine came out in 1993. The Even More Incredible Machine, which was the DOS. So that's the Even More Incredible Machine is technically the first one. Install it. And play it. This is super retro. A super, super retro game. Oh, and it's downloaded it. That's the great thing about the internet nowadays. It's super, super fast. Cool. Save that. Let's play. I need to set up the... Oh, it's DOSBox. Oh no. This might take a little bit. Bear with me, sorry. I mean, DOSBox is fine. It's just it's playing in full screen, and I think it's gonna mess with. So it is a it has a CAPTCHA, and by CAPTCHA I mean like a hey, you can't steal our software, anti-piracy. That's the word I'm looking for. Built into it, which is kind of cool, but it's asking for stuff in the manual, and I need to find the manual. And it's wait, does it not come with the manual? I might have to dig for the manual now. Holy cow. You buy stuff on GOG and it doesn't give you the manual. Extras. Soundtrack manual. Here we go. I can't download it through the app. What is going on with this stuff today? Maybe it's just telling me the stream should end and call it a good day, and we'll come back to it again tomorrow for day 4. We'll probably go back to some more Supermarket Simulator or something tomorrow, because this download button's not working unless it down. Oh wait, is it downloading? Is it downloading and just hiding the stinking prompt someplace? 1 second. I have too many windows open on my screen. Too many windows open on my windows. Documentation, DOSBox, no. DOSBox configurer. Full screen, nope. Cool. Well, that fixes one thing. Now I just need to find the manual. Documentation, DOSBox documentation. I need docs for that. Support. Man, they don't want me to play this game. They're like, nope. Maybe I just gotta download it through GOG's website. GOG Galaxy. Because GOG Galaxy's not letting me download it for some reason. Come on, let's go to my games, please. The Incredible Machine, the even more Incredible Machine. It's loading. Oh wait, downloads 3. Oh, it's queued. But it's not downloading. This is paused. Here's the manual. Okay. Try this again. There we go. I think I got it. Downloads. I should put this in my game folder. This is ridiculous a little bit. GOG, get your stuff together. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, there's no page. Oh, there's page 2. It must be page 3, page 4. Select any 3 icons when prompted. That's what it says. Well, it didn't prompt me this time. What the? Oh, there it is. So it says, please select in order 3 parts on page 13 of your manual. Seven, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Belts. I need to make this bigger. This is just too tiny. I can't even see. Oh, my mouse is flying. This game doesn't want me to play it today. Maybe. Just maybe. Oh, now it works. Okay, let me do one more thing, and then we will hopefully be able to transition to this. So I need to go into configure. The problem with DOSBox games and streaming is they have to they launch in like a post-it note size screen thing on my screen. It's just too tiny. Here we go. That's still too tiny. I think I did for... Is this going to be the right size? Let's see. It's not even including decreasing the size. What the heck? It's not good. This game doesn't want to play. Nice. Maybe I need to, let me go back to how I installed Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because I know I did that specifically in here as well. But that was running something completely different. That was just in DOSBox general. So I need to find where my DOSBox installation's at. DOSBox, manual options. I swore I did something where it was like a config file. This game's everything's trying to drive me crazy now. Key mapper bat. That was an INI file. Okay, I am thoroughly confused. I am thoroughly confused. So it might be ending the stream there today, unfortunately. I need some more time to figure out some of the stuff that's in the background. I guess this is what happens when you try and do stuff on the fly. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. We will be back tomorrow. Sad we're ending a little bit earlier than planned, but we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. Pacific, and we'll play some more, maybe Shopping Simulator or another game. We'll figure it out. I will let you guys know tomorrow when I start streaming. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.